Wednesday, July 5th. We just uploaded our latest video on Korea and U.S. defense, but I wanted to get deeper into really where we should be and what our theory and belief is, and what has been underlining all the videos we've been putting up. I mean, we've been putting up videos. Those who've been following us, we really appreciate it. Thank you. Hundreds of videos, at least 30 or 40 of them in the general area, deals with foreign policy in all different facets, from Korea to the Middle East, and how everything affects our politics and goes well beyond the election, well before the election. And it's been talking about how we believe that the last 16 years before President Trump was absolutely disastrous foreign policy from both President Bush and President Obama. President Bush had no business getting us involved in Iraq, which led to so many different things, all negative. And then President Obama came in, intent on putting President Bush's policies behind, didn't really do it, then start putting up red lines, then didn't cross those red lines, and then invited vacuums where the JV, like ISIS, could jump in, grow, generate, and just take more lives and force us back into the Middle East. And now, in his and both President Bush's supposed negotiations on Korea with North Korea didn't work. So now we have a president who has to deal with these issues. Question is he the man to do it, man or woman? We supported Hillary, but hey, it was only because the reason we supported Hillary was, number one, we thought foreign policy was the most important issue. And that's why we're going to get back into this again. Domestic policy can be controlled by us as American citizens, as American government, 100% internally. We can deal with healthcare. We can deal with a whole bunch of things because it is domestic. It really has no opposite reaction in most situations with foreigners, with foreign countries, with our defense, with anything. So we can go at it with each other and have our action and opposite reaction here, but we can control our domestic policy. We can't control our foreign policy 100% because we have too many other countries out there. And you have to have an action which leads to an opposite reaction. The problem is that President Trump does not have a holistic approach to foreign policy. I'm not saying Hillary would have, but President Trump doesn't. His focus is all bilateral. And then who are his chief advisors? Military people. You know, you use military people to fight a war, to prosecute a war, not to necessarily lead policy. That's why our founders put the citizens on top of the military. Either way, we have that going on. And he has bilateral relationships where he believes the way to deal is one-on-one. Well, that may work in a negotiation in New York or in the United States or anywhere when you're trying to buy or sell something. But here in foreign policy, you have to worry about whatever your bilateral decision is, how it's going to affect so many other countries, because there's going to be that reaction from them. Whatever we do to North Korea, however we pressure North Korea, it's going to bring a major response from China. There's no getting away from it. Russia maybe a little bit. It's going to get major responses from Japan, from South Korea, and from other countries around the world, Europe. We're going to have to watch how we deal with this. So you can't be in a position where you just do one-on-one and be Machiavelli and try to do your little spheres of influence and say, hey, I'm the man. You got to look at this carefully. You got to get some negotiators and State Department people involved who can be talking to the other countries and come back. So your President Trump has to look at this and say, okay, if I do this, what's China going to do? What's Russia going to do? What's going to happen to Japan? What's going to happen to South Korea? And don't forget the Middle East. The Middle East is there big time. It's not going away. So watch. I'm very worried about foreign policy. It is the president's Achilles heel and our Achilles heel. Watch this closely and don't keep quiet about it. We need leadership. We need Congress. We need the people to listen, watch, and remember. When things start getting bad, you can't stop things then. You have to jump in when you can still control the action. President Trump, back off a bit. Check things out and let us know, the American people, what your strategy is. Then proceed. Peace.